What's going on, everybody? Here with the Tower of God, basically a 2018 like wrap up discussion video. Here with the one and only DustanReacts.
You get an echo? I'm not tripping.
Holy crap! The video played in my ear and threw me off.
Yeah, it threw me off too.
All right, yeah.
I'm sure you can edit that though.
Yeah, I'll leave. It's fine.
Yeah, editing is a chore, bro. I don't do that shit. That shit is a chore.
What, man?
No, what's good though, people? Thanks for having me, bro.
Of course. I said if I couldn't get you on this, I would just do it myself, which means I wasn't gonna do it. So
yeah. Thank
God we got to pop in. But man, how do you feel about TOG in general though? Just this year, like from start to finish, how do you feel about
it? To me, like if we're talking everything that I've read, like let's say comic wise, if you want to say it that word, because it don't really matter what you call it.
Comic, manga, graphic novel, whatever.
It's been the best. Because what you just told me, like you just told me that we was in the middle towards the end of the hidden floor at the start of the year till now. It's been fire. It's been fire, bro. Because the Data Jihad fight, we was hype out first seeing Jihad. People don't realize, like people that's just now getting in the community of TOG, like we've been wanting to see Jihad for so long, and we still haven't seen him. But just to see like him in a version was like so hype, and then to see him fight and the moves that he was displaying, and that was hype. And seeing like Kun's father, that was hype. And then we was like, okay, now it's gonna maybe die down for a bit. Then you get
Yeah. There was no stops on this whole trade, it just kept going. It was crazy because even went back. I'm like, really? This is where we started? I'm like, bro, this has been heat. Because I have to check myself really and think about it because I'm like, I was in the street with it. I'm like, yo, you're right, yo. Tower got a better year than One Piece. Like if you take it from start to finish, the flow and consistency and escalation of it just getting hyper and hyper. I'm like, yo, you're right, man. I gotta be real. I can't lie to people. So
it was fire, bro. And that's it. No, I love Tower God. It hasn't let me down really. It's been like, cause it's just, I don't know. I love it. I don't want to get too deep into it, but
I hold it to a high standard just because I feel like it, for a certain degree, it deviates from a lot of things I find a lot of webtoons do. So when it dives into those tropes sometimes, I'm like, no, don't give in. Like you're different, you're better, you're above this, do better. So
I gotta get some more webtoons because people been saying some other ones too that was actually good. So I don't know.
Yeah, especially when it comes to like action, just in general, like fights and whatnot. And I think like webtoons do a really good job, especially the ones that are focused on like martial arts and stuff. So I think you'd enjoy a lot of ones like maybe like God of High School. Like Noblesse is very formulaic.
But like God of High School is a webtoon. I didn't know that. That was a manga.
Monthwell webtoon. That's also online. Like Naver is the same website as thing. Untouchable. There's so many good ones. But kind of starting off with, I guess, like the end of the hidden floor, because it's just weird too. Because like I feel like whole cake, like One Piece ended with whole cake and just ended with the hidden floor. But we pretty much it starts off kind of with Kun being stabbed by like one of his family members that he had like a past with, and it could be transitioned into like Kun and Don, like Kun's dad teaching him and Bam and Iraq and stuff about Shinsu qualities, like electricity and ice, this, that, and the other. Kind of where Bam learns about like the orb and tension. And Kun and Don tells him like your dad was very good at tension. How much power you can pack into one orb and release was what he was like. Is what he specialized in. So we learn a little bit more about his dad, like V. And then we know Rack, how he's an ancient one, or native one.
That was hype.
He was eating the rocks. Like all of that really happened like right there, almost at the beginning. So it was like that's a pretty big way to start off the year. Like how do you feel about that? All that part.
I feel like I think we even forget about just seeing Rack and Kun and Bam together again. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? Just to see them back and just to see their interactions. And when Rack first, bro, because that was the beginning of the Tower of God. It was just Kun and Rack and Bam, and just their interactions, how they went from, to now they like a family now. So that was dope to see. And then for Rack to actually, because bro, for a while, I don't know how people feel now, but Rack was like, everybody loved Rack when they first saw him, and just continued. So to see him actually, okay, the author is actually gonna make him like formidable as far as like he's not gonna have him lag behind. You know what I'm saying? Give him some secret ancient power. That was dope to see. And I ain't gonna lie, I probably like the hidden floor more than the even though I had my boy Manzino.
Oh, the hell floor, like the hell with the
I think I like the hidden floor better. Maybe because of I ain't gonna lie to you. One of my favorite parts was the Baptist storyline.
Okay.
With his, you know, how he was like just a data, but he wanted to be more than that, and how his wife kept getting killed, and he was trying to like it was kind of useless, but they kept trying to do it. That kind of touched me. I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking about that the other day. That was pretty dope.
I had to revisit it to appreciate it. I first read, I didn't care about that guy at all. I'm like,
you ain't like him?
It's one of those ones in the heights. I'm like, you're just some data. Like, I don't care about you. But I'm gonna reread. I'm like, no. This kind of touching. Like, you're right. I feel that. But like back to the Rack thing, I always feel like everyone loves Rack, but Rack was always like the lovable idiot, and he never really got anything done. So to know that at the very least, he was related to something big in the tower. Like, he's not in the regular, sure. He's not a direct descendant or Jihad princess, but he's one of the native ones. So it's like, okay, so he has a role to play here later on in the story. So see him eating the rocks, he sounded like something like almost like earthbending, and we're like, whoa, like, oh shit, like the shield. I'm like, all right, like let's go. Like in Rack season, like that was great. Cause for me, that was my favorite part of the arc. Maybe not the fight, but like from an explanation lore standpoint, just because I really liked when we dive more into Shinsu, because I think one of the smartest things SIU ever did with Shinsu is not limit himself. He basically said the world is Shinsu. The Shinsu like can do anything. It could create life, this and that and the other. So with that, he could play around with it in so many ways. Like I feel like one of the biggest things a lot of things do is they limit. They'll say hockey has this many categories done. You know, like Bleach, your release has 2 forms, but Shikai and a box. You know, like you kind of limit yourself that way. Like you can still get creative with it, but to him to have Shinsu have this grand scope of it can be limitless.
Yeah, like somebody could be like number 1 in the tower, but somebody way at the bottom could discover something new with Shinsu that nobody at the top never discovered. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they're gonna be stronger, but they could just like this is a different way to utilize it. Like.
Yeah, and I feel that was a good way to not kind of write himself in the hole. Not to say that couldn't come with his issues if it could be that limitless, but like I felt like out of the 2 evils, that was a lesser to pick. So I like that he did that. So when he started explaining like quality, like okay, you know, electricity, this, fire. So now we can put some names with certain techniques, like the how Ewa, like Yeon Ewa, she's fire. You know, the Kun family is like electricity. Kun pull out this ice spear. You know, so it's like okay, so like elements matter, like these things are a thing. Like it's just like it was nice to get the explanation and then learning about tension and Bam like packing the tension and adding his like thorn to it and just rocking everybody with that. I was like, yeah, this is it. Like I was messing with it. I love that part.
I honestly think this year has been the best part of part 2. And part 2 has been really great. I was trying to think about it a bit before I said that out of my mouth, but I thought about it just a bit because it's. I mean, I'm thinking about. I'm trying to do like a quick scheme. In the beginning was like we didn't know that was Bam, but that was Bam the whole time, and the Wagnon thing that was like the first 20 chapters.
Then you have the workshop.
The workshop was fire.
Nahan Station was there. You got the floor of death.
The floor of death. Yeah, that's floor of death. Floor of death was fire too. It kind of surprised me because. Like I told you, I'm used to Bam always like making these crazy leaps in powers and overcoming something. But Hell Joe was like the first person to me that I remember like that Bam wasn't going to do it. Like it wasn't going to happen. Like no, it just wasn't because just Hell Joe was just overpowered in that fucking space that he was in. Like nobody could fuck with him. So it was just kind of like, but it was still dope though. It was still dope.
A lot of people had an issue just with that arc in general. One of the biggest issue I seen was 2 things. One, because Urek ass pulled the needle to the syringe to separate Helljo from the Red Theresa that he stole, I think, from F.U.G. But like, Wall Hike Song's such a big organization that for him to get his hands on that wasn't a big shock to me personally. But just because of how powerful he was, people felt like there was no tension. It was like Urek's there. Like there's no reason to worry. Like Helljo's not stopping Urek. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of people are like, just because Urek was in the arcs when he showed up, he kind of undercut all the suspense and tension. And I feel it, but it was just nice to kind of have him around to get the showcase. So I was okay with it personally, but cause I like him a lot. So
my thing when people say that, like, I feel like it's two different ways. Like sometimes that could hurt an arc if depending on who the antagonist is. Like if the antagonist is a character like the Yonko who's been built up and they're kind of looking like fodder, or they're kind of always like their power is always being undercut for like story purposes, I can see you getting upset at that. But to me, I had no problem with Manzino being there because Hell Joe was like a stepping stone and it was setting up for what was to come to next in the story later. So I wasn't really expecting for Hell, like you never thought Hell Joe was gonna like kill them all, like, you know what I'm saying? So I had no problem with Manzino being there. I was more so the seeds that, you know, the author was planting for what we're getting now, which was the hidden floor, and then, you know, the Order of Jihad, and now all this stuff, you know, all that led from them doing the shit they did on the floor of death and then getting able to go to the hidden floor. So I wasn't mad at it. I enjoyed it.
It was it's one of the things where I kind of understand. Like if when some people explain to me in my Discord, I'm like, I get it, I feel it, but it's like it's wreck, bro. Like, like he's so high, like just to see 10% of his power was just like a treat to me. And with what Hell Joe can do, he kind of had basically one of those characters where it's like just because of where he is and what he has, it made him very broken in that specific space and area, and it wasn't enough. So it's like there's nothing that no one could really do because he can remove Shinsu from the area.
Yeah, and one of the hypest parts. Well, who was that dude that we saw? Like, he was one of the great. I keep forgetting his name, but that was one of the hypest parts of that arc.
Gustang, when he pulled up at the end of that. Yeah, because remember White had absorbed all the the souls or whatever. He tried to leave, and Gustang was like, no, you can't leave. Took them all back, and like a bug is the bug. Only people who could stand against us is the 10 great families. Like, and that was like that. You know, we're a little off. That was just cool to me because I felt like what that showed really well to me was the difference between Rek as an irregular and some of the 10 great families, and how stuck up they are, how jaded they've become in their own, and like kind of self-absorbed in their own greatness. Like, oh, I'm like irregular from the 10 great families. I travel with Jihad. Like, I'm the shit. Like, if you're not a regular who can stand on our level, you're a bug. A bug is a bug. And Rek is like, I see a guy like Hell Joe before I give him this, and I see potential in him. And even he saw that in Bam. Not saying he scratched him, like that happened, but before he knew Bam was an irregular, he saw potential in Bam, and even tried to like offer Karaka the 6 wings for like looks like Hung. Like, he sees potential and greatness in people who are not supposedly supposed to be like great. So that's why when it comes to Rek, I like him because he's like a regular dude. He's just really fucking strong.
Yeah, because he don't let them bloodlines or family like that blind him for people's potential and shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I forgot. Damn, I was about to say something, but I forgot because you got me interested in that. That's what you started saying. But fuck it, it'll come back later.
Yeah, when it comes back, just shoot. But I was gonna go into like some of the stuff with Data Macheni and Icardi. Was
the chick that was trying to kill Kun?
No, because that's still with the trading part. But this is kind of like when Macheni, who stabbed Jin Sung in the back, her data form. The chip, the smaller one, she was there with her brother Asensio. There we go, Asensio and Icardi, and all of them tried to face Data Jihad, and it just wasn't enough. Because even she used her like the lightning pill that like Quran uses and like attacked him, and he's like, it's too light.
Yeah, he was raw.
He was raw, bro. Too light. I'm like, yo, this guy kind of crazy. Like, I think this might have been one of the first times where like I'm like, yo, I don't even know if Bam could really take this guy when it goes from the shove. Like, he different.
Yeah, I always thought that. Well, you know me. I always thought he was gonna win because if I knew it wasn't the real Jihad. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So I feel like, but bro, something like that planetary move, that move still impresses me just thinking about it.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
Yeah,
that was something. That was crazy. Well, this is what I remember. I wonder what, because it keep making this thing like Jihad changed, like the real Jihad would never want to be a king, and like the family like people, like I wonder what changed them. Is it something like somebody else at play? Or was it some particular instance that happened? I mean, it's a lot more mystery that between V and like, there's a lot there that we still have yet to touch on them that we're waiting. But I just wonder what changed them, because it seems like it's something that made Jihad stop climbing the tower and sit down. Like, they tell us it's just because he wanted to be king, but maybe it's something else.
I always thought it was a little deeper.
Yeah.
Mostly because we know that at minimum, we know there's 135 floors in the tower. The Jihad Empire, when you climb to the 134th floor, you become a ranker, higher ranker, this, that, and the other. And we know that shit, is it I can't remember. I want to say it's the Guardian of the 135th floor. It's very hostile, apparently. And I don't know if it's one of those things where they're scared of him. I don't want to say Jihad's scared of anybody. I feel like this is not right. But I just feel like there's something beyond that floor that he's actually protecting the tower from. So by becoming the king, so I feel like he's actually, in a sense, not that he's a great king or a perfect king, but in a sense, I feel like there's something in the tower he's legitimately trying to protect the people from. So that's why he's like, I started off here, Jihad Empire ends here.
Or like maybe it's some shit like, I don't know. That's a very real possibility. That probably is it. Or maybe some shit like it's like some weird test where like somebody has to die or he has to die or something in order to get to the next floor or some shit.
Something crazy.
But it's probably, but see, that's why I'm really wondering how the story is going to go, because at the beginning, I know we're kind of getting over the place, but at the beginning, it was told like the goal was to climb the whole entire tower and get to the top of the tower.
Get your wish.
Then we find out, and then we kind of went, even though I'm pretty sure that's still a goal, but it's like we ain't really been focusing on that part as much. Like there's been other things around, like, you know, the lore of the tower, the people of the tower, you know, the high forces of the tower. And it's all like, and then we find out, okay, that Jihad never actually climbed the tower. He only went so far, and then he just stopped
and made contracts with some guardians and administrators, and now he's immortal, and so are the 10 great families.
And I had seen, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it. I seen something on Reddit like the other week, and somebody was saying that it's most likely because it's called the Tower of God, so it's probably an actual god, like a Shinsu god or something that's actually at the top of the tower. It's like in control of. I think he was talking about it in your. I don't remember, but I seen that somewhere, and I was like, I wonder if that's like if it's actually some like another force out there, like another enemy outside of, you know, Jihad and shit, like that was set all this shit up for whatever reason.
Which would be crazy. And I kind of I don't know. Like I agree with you. Like at this point, I don't know where the story's gonna go, because I always felt at one point it was just gonna go back to the status quo. Like we just gonna take these tests, we're gonna keep climbing, and that's kind of like I don't think people understand how much I miss those. Like the season, like the last examination, Hansung Yu's the door test. You just pick a door in 5 minutes. If you don't, you fail. Like like I really miss those. And the higher you get, the more important positions are supposed to become. So I'm like, I want to see more scouts and spear bearers actually use their position, and like defenders. I want to see more lighthouse bearers. Like I want to see all that. I don't know what's gonna happen, because like I feel like we kind of spoke about this a little bit in one of the streams. Was like they're gonna become fugitives at the tower. Like they don't win this, and Jihad's like, oh, leave him alone. Like no, like Caliban was the 4th squadron. We sent the 3rd one after them. Like it doesn't really stop. So it's like, to see what's gonna happen, it'll be interesting. I don't at this point, I don't even know.
And I wonder what they're gonna do with Yuri, because they keep telling her, "Are you a traitor?" And she keeps saying, "Take it how you want to take it." It's like they don't want to label her a traitor, but they keep bringing it. Like they keep saying, "Are you?" Like, so what are they gonna do? Are they gonna like say you're a traitor, or is she gonna defect? Like, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Like, I want her honestly to just join Bam and them, but I don't know if that kind of like cramped the style if she just rolling around with them right now.
The only issue with her being there is just that because at least at this point in time, she's so much stronger than them.
Yeah,
she does the thing that kind of Erect did to the floor of death, whereas it's like if she kind of steps back the way she did like the name hunt station, she's like, okay, if you can get Kaiser's name, I'll let you go to the floor of death. And if she kind of takes that mentorship role, I can live with it. It's fine. I think it works to a certain degree, but it's always that like crush that like Yuri's there. You know, like it's just like go do something else. Come back later.
But she is. I was surprised me that she said fight somebody in your own leagues. I didn't think she was in Caliban's league. But
it's not that like they're so high rankers. I don't think that she's as strong as him. But it's one of the things where it's like maybe because he's weakened. I don't know. With the hole in the stomach, the whole hole in the stomach, and the Jitsung stuff, where maybe he's depleted some of his energy. She's still top 500. She's no slouch, and she's a Jihad princess. You can't take her lightly. But even based on like her green march attacks, it didn't seem like he was struggling to block them. So I don't know. Maybe like even amongst higher rankers, it seems like there's like a big gap between some of them. Like because
like he was like and then he couldn't. My bad, but and he couldn't like she's a princess, so he had to kind of even though he's stronger, he had to kind of respect that role. Yeah, because she's higher position, so he couldn't like just immediately kill her or some shit like that unless he was told to.
He didn't even do it with Dorsey. He kind of captured her and like move out the way, even though he could have just been like, "Yo, you're done. Yeah, like get out of here." So I don't know. Caliban he ebbed and flowed with me. I'm not sure to like I finally he got a little more interesting, but I didn't like the backstory. We'll get into that in a second. But let's hop back to the hidden floor a little bit, right?
Okay.
So like kind of past when all the data of Kunz die from Jihad, and now we kind of get into the part with Bam versus Jihad, which I like, just because I always like when Bam is outclassed, and one of the ways they make it that he can always compete is they make the competition that he's in or the test he's in a game, where it's like you could straight up defeat me, or you can do this. Kind of even when he's fighting Harlequin, it's like, okay, this is the dollar show. It's not, you don't have to necessarily take me out. If you can, go ahead, but you dive to the floor before your friends or whatever get melted into the lava, you save them. But this is like, okay, if you can break these 4 balls, you win. Mm-hmm. So like when they give him the handicap, I always like that because it's like, okay, it's almost giving him a way out. But
didn't he disregard it at some point though? Like fuck this game, yeah.
He didn't. He did. That's what I liked about it, because I liked about this particular part was that when he kind of goes into his true self mode, activates the 2 little horns, whatever, it came as such an important moment of self growth and understanding of himself and his own powers, him being a monster, him having the sworn enemy, the rest of the blue team, and the thorns, like all that in him, and being like, yo, this is me. This is me. And that's when he developed the 25th Night style, where I'm like, when his power-ups come with these type of moments of growth, I can't get mad at it, because like it's like an understanding of himself and what he can do and an acceptance of it. And that's what elevates him to the next level. How do you feel about all that though?
Yeah, I agree, because I feel like when you give a character a lot of power-ups, which Bam is like, I've never read a story where the character got so many power-ups in a row, like consistently. Like he just keeps getting them, like since the start. It's dangerous, right? Because you know the scaling can just go off the scale to where you might get disinterested in the story. Mm-hmm. But the reason, like just for reason you said, the reason that to me that I don't is always entertaining to me is because Bam is since the very beginning. Bam is somebody other than who we see him as. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know who that is. We don't know who that is. Rachel apparently knows. Other people, few other Jihad may know, but he's somebody else. Yeah, there's a reason why he was in that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like every time he gets a power up, he's finding that person who he is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's kind of interesting, because I feel like every time he's getting a power up, is leading us closer and closer to like
the truth of who he is. Yeah, and his heritage. I agree with that, and that's what I like. And I always felt like. This might sound a little weird coming from me, but like I felt like for a webtoon, because I read so many with amazing fights, Tower God fights are not lacking in any sense, but it's just one of those things like comparatively, if I try to compare it to a Noblesse fight, Gosu, God of High School, even like Girls with the Wows and certain things, it's like I feel like you don't meet the webtoon standard. Like those fights, the choreography be going crazy, but I always felt like I want to say kind of started with Ran and Anak, but I really would say with Inietta and Ran, the direct descendant of the Ari family he faced, where Mashani was like, don't try to dodge your attacks. Take the hit and hit them with something stronger. And I'm like, bro, that was so raw. Like from that to Kaiser to like other like some other fights to like the Daniel Jihad fight, I'm like, yo, I feel like he's had such an improvement in his choreography and every overall visuals of fights. Even like with the Yuri Karaka stuff, I feel like one thing he has a pretty good at is scale. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that a lot of times he zooms out a lot in a panel to show you how destructive the scale or like how far someone got pushed back. Where like if you just like look at this part, like okay, the regulars are all up here on this looking down, and all they're seeing is like almost like a hellscape. Like that's how dangerous Karaka and Yuri's fight got. Like they're like, we can't cross this bridge, we'll die. Like
I got a question too. I just thought of this because when you was talking about the scale just now, and I remember somebody I think shout to Shrek. He tweeted that Bam is going to be a ranker by part 3 or something. How do they promote? Like, because they got D class, D rank regulars, C rank regulars, B rank. Like, when do they somebody just say it, or do you have to go through a certain amount of tests?
From what we know, it's by floor, right? Okay. You reach a certain floor, you become a certain rank, because that's how it worked for the E to D rank. You reach this floor, now you're this rank of a regular. When it comes to like rankers and whatnot, from my understanding, it's the ranking administrating office. They judge things like power, influence, and recognition. That's how you get your like overall tower ranking. And I think from ranker, depending on what you do, you can go up. Like if you're a good test admin or floor or whatever, maybe you go to advanced, or I think it's a top ranker called now, top or advanced ranker. I never forget the right translation, which is the 10 percentile in the tower, and then higher rankers, which is the 1 percentile, right? So high rankers usually just the top 1,000. So I'm not sure how you become a high ranker and advanced ranker specifically, but for what we know so far with the regulars, it's by you reach a certain floor number, and then you just go up from there.
Because with Bam, I'm wondering is like after all he's done, I wonder if they're gonna be like, okay, this kid has to, because of his threat level, we got to raise his rank just because so people can know what they're dealing with when they come across him, or is he gonna be like some Naruto situation where Bam is gonna be like a D class rank regular even when he fight Jihad and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like because he was like a Genin, but he was like above Hokage level.
Yeah.
So, depending on how the climb goes, it might change it. But I'm just like, it remains to be seen because like, for all we know, we might see some very impressive regulars. At this point, I don't know anymore. It depends on how the tests go. If they could do administration tests, we'll see what happens. But like as far as we could say now, he's the strongest regular out right now. Yeah. And like I remember a long time ago, we used to always roast Reflajo for saying that he was a B class, and we're like, no, you're fucking not. You ain't no B class. You trash. And now I'm like, shit. There may have been validity to that, dog. Maybe he was a lie. Maybe he really was a B class, and B class is just not that raw. But
I didn't think they was gonna break them because first it was just regular, then they start breaking them up into classes and shit. I was like, oh damn, so we getting this deep into it. Like it's like separation.
You didn't even see like the last Mad Dog of Yama from Bayreuth. So I was like, what the fuck? Like we seen Elliot, we seen Vago. I never remember his name. Vago. First name, I don't know. So
you better remember names than me. They got so many characters in Tower of God. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what
you really think about it.
That's what Tower of God is one of the densest series I ever read. Where it's like I gotta keep rereading it because it's like, bro, I won't remember shit.
Yeah.
If I don't reread it or talk about it all the time, to just kind of keep my knowledge up, I'll forget about something simple that you should know. Is so like vital. Because like even I remember when Charlie was introduced in this arc, like the ranker Charlie.
Yeah.
People were like random ranker. I'm like, bro, Charlie was introduced like 2 chapters ago. You didn't remember this guy? Like, oh no, I forgot about him. Like, yo, but it's like it's Tower of God. Like I honestly I understand.
Yeah, you be so into like that happened with a lot of manga though. Like I'd be so like, especially manga that's like 400 chapters in, you be so caught up in the week to week. If you ain't like, you forget shit that happened way at the start, like little shit.
But yeah,
they be killing me in Black Clover, like a character come up and I'd be like, who is this? They be like, Dustin, you don't remember chapter 63? I was like, bro, I don't.
Page 17, panel 6. I'm like, nah, I don't.
I forgot this dude, man.
But I mean, I thought the fight went really well. It was really cool. I love seeing like
talking about Jihad fight?
Yeah. Cosmos, Endless Sky, Bam devouring the needle he got from, I can't remember exactly who he got. I want to say the God of Guardians. I could be wrong. Someone correct me in the chat or whatever if you remember. But like one of the needles he had and Bam devoured his second form. Like, did he just devour it? I'm like, bro, this guy's thinking, what's going on? Like this fight's going crazy. He took his arm, everything. Like there was going hard in that fight.
Remember when he ripped the mask? Like it ripped and we saw his eye for the first time? That shit was fire too.
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
That was amazing. And then after it was all said and done, because this kind of ties back to what you talked about a little earlier, like Jihad's personality, what changed him. And he's like, you could inspire me on the outside to go on a new adventure kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And he gave him like, we call it the Apple Watch or Fitbit, the little thingy that Gustang wanted.
Yeah. And
then boom, Jihad's like, nah, yo, I never like. I think it was
that hyped us. We
were like, wait.
Like Jihad?
What? The king, like he's here and he's just like, did I kill you already? I was like, yo, how you end a chapter like that?
That was fire, bro. And like it's just his pressure. He's not even actually being there, but like people was already shaking off his pressure, bro.
That was insanity. That was like, to me, that was one of the highlights of the year.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment of the year from Tower of God?
Like if it's not that, it might have to be the 3 Order, just because of how hyped the 3 Orders were. Like F.U.G, the Train, F.U.G, and the Pompidou family. I'm like,
yeah, that might be mine too. Because when we read that chapter, we was like, what? Like what? Like what's about to happen, bro?
Because that happened pretty much like this happens, right? And then while this is kind of happening, you have the Jin Sung and Machete thing. She's kind of trying to tell her what's happening, and this is when Bam learns about the truth. Because remember, Rachel was Icarus in the
mirror world,
floor,
mirror world. Hidden floor. Yeah. There's a lot of mirrors in that shit.
There was that stupid one chapter where they were talking about the mirror. Like, I don't know, like you guys explained this in such a way that was so complicated. It was way more simple than it really was. But Simi calls it the Sword Art arc, like Sword Art Online, because like Jack in and like he's like like a video game, so Sword Art arc, but like. She blew, like, if you were an Aguero fan, this was a rough year for you. So it's like, you got stabbed at the beginning of the year, got his heart blown up, and has been a princess in a glass case for months. Like, she like, yeah, I want like you to feel this in the worst way. And she blew him up. I'm like, bro, how you do this to her? So when they show Bam, remember, you can't talk about what happened on the hidden floor. You'll forget.
Yeah.
So Beta had like a loop around with the USB, and they showed him in the lighthouse. And he's like, I'm gonna make Rachel pay because Iraq was already ready to pull up.
Yeah.
So that moment was pretty big too.
Oh yeah, when he was like, I remember that because I was telling y'all, I was like, bro, we know Bam was a bitch when it comes to Rachel. He ain't about to do nothing. Trust me, if he slapped Rachel, that would be so much vindication.
I asked for one backhand. I wasn't. People were like, he gonna kill her. I'm like, okay, relax. That's not happening. I'm like, I need a backhand. That's all I need.
Bro, if he backhanded Rachel, that would be the best chapter of like the century to me, bro, because she deserves it. She deserves a lot more than that. But I knew he ain't. I don't know. It's something with Rachel, bro. I don't know what it is, but he gotta stop.
I know he let me down a little bit just because I'm like, all right, listen. You had growth on the floor of death when you're like, we're enemies. I got it. I know. I'm like, okay. Making steps, making gains. Like, all right. So what's the next step? Like, take up the backhand, right? Yeah. No, it's not. It's like, don't you mess with my friends, or next time I'm serious. I'm like, no, Bam, no.
He didn't next time her to death, bro.
That's not enough. And she won the interaction because she enticed him with something he needed, information about him being a monster and his heritage, and then dipped. And I'm like, you lost again. I'm like, bro, I'm tired of you.
I swear, if Bam is ever throughout this series, if he's ever in a high place where Rachel alone again, and he does not have the wherewithal to not get pushed, I'm gonna be so pissed. Because if he gets pushed one more time off a high cliff from Rachel, I'm done.
You got wings. You got wings now, and you had the blue aura, so you have no excuse either. Like, just fly back up. Like,
but
you're right. Don't get pushed in the first place. Are you serious?
Don't get pushed. He fly back up like, bro, you got pushed again. Like, bro.
That's still an L for you. But like, that was crazy. That was hype. Yeah. Rack let me down a little bit because Rack had one job: watch Yura. She got away. But seeing Dorsey flex her new Shinsu quality, the little part tail. I don't know what it is, and like White had the ugliest sweater on I ever seen in my life in those chapters, like a Christmas ugly sweater, and I'm like, thank God they did not keep him in that shit because that shit was trash.
Yeah, it was garbage. I gotta see that because I don't remember it, but I'm pretty sure I remember when I see it. But I don't think I didn't. That's one thing I probably didn't like about Tower of God this year was Dorsey. Because I love Dorsey, and I just feel like she just got bong hoard out this whole.
Yeah. That's why we call like a glorified Uber. Yeah, she's Uber chat. Yeah. If you were a real big fan of her, that was also kind of a rough year, just because I feel like she didn't do too much.
Yeah, I want to see her have a fight. I need to see that.
She needs one. Like, and I thought she was kind of gonna get a chance to showcase that kind of now.
Mm-hmm.
Is a Jihad princess? I'm trying to find the sweater for you so you can see it so you can laugh. This sweater is not it. But yeah, man. So
it'd
like kind
of this is a random thought, but it'd be dope if they had like a Tower of God video game where like you can get online with your friends and y'all could build like your own team and have like a spear bearer, and that should be kind of dope. If they did it right, you got to be done right.
Oh, I love that, but I don't know if Korea loves us enough to do that for us.
Huh?
I don't know if Korea cares about us.
Oh yeah. I know it ain't gonna happen. That'd be dope if they had it though.
I mean, I would buy it just because I just like I'm trying to give SIU my money, but he won't let me give it to him.
Facts.
Like I'm trying to support. But remember, Jinsung and Masheni, they had their little squabble on his floor. Remember, in his busted ass ugly house when she came with the army. She came with like El Robina, like the anti-high ranker weapon. Didn't really hurt him. None of that. And like that was kind of cool. It felt a little tame. Like he was like obviously both characters were still kind of holding back, not going all out, being kind of coy about it. Plus, she wanted to warn him about Bam.
Yeah.
But I still very much enjoyed that part though.
Yeah, because it just made him seem so raw. Like he was just this one. They brung all this out for this one dude, and he was just. Well, no, forget stuff. But he was the only one out there. You know what I'm saying? He was the. Because he was there with the. That was where the family was at, right?
This is part where he's just by himself on his own floor, and and remember Masheni pulled up with the whole like not the whole Jihad Empire, but like a lot of fleet ships.
I thought he pulled up to where the family was at, and he came out to meet them, or something. But okay,
he was sitting on like on top of the house like this, like chilling, like on a shack, like just sitting there, and she's like kind of like, "What do you want?" Like I'm like, bro, you have too much money first of all to live like this.
He don't care. He was raw though, man. I wonder, I wonder because I'm pretty sure he's still alive, but I hope he get his arms back because that's trash if he got alive without the arms.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's attached, so he at least that's going for him. Because I
thought he ripped them off.
But that's exactly what I thought. But in the last chapter, they were attached. But I was like, did he heal up with Shinsu or something? Like, what happened? Like, it was kind of crazy. I didn't know what to think.
Yeah, I hope he get because he too raw. He was raw, bro.
Yeah,
he was raw.
But so one of the next things that happened that was pretty damn fucking crazy is this one character we've been hearing about for a long time from this who was the test floor admin or whatever of the second floor of Vankel.
Yeah,
Vankel. We first of all we hadn't seen Han Sung Yu, the guy with the yellow hair. We hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
but he's kind of there sipping his tea and like Jihad Army is coming for him and literally number 16 in tower of Vankel. She pulls up her like red lightsaber and she's like, "Don't touch my subordinate." And I was like, "Bro, what?"
Oh, she's number 6.
60s.
Oh, like damn, hold on. That nigga
60s high. It's still high in the tower.
Yeah, it's still high, yeah.
It's not 6 though. 6 is it 6 Kunadon? Dawn?
Yeah, is it Kun? I think it's Kun. Father, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's 6. And then I think Arihan is 5. Then Arihan, Urek, Jihad, and Ryu Phantominium. I think
so Yuri High is the you said high, right?
No, Yuri's like top 500. So we know. I'm saying it was
number 5. Who was number 5? You said?
Oh, Arihan, the swordsman.
Han. Okay,
White's dad.
Yeah.
White's dad.
Is he still alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I was about to say number 6 is like you ain't fucking with number 6, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't fucking with number 60, really, but number 6, nah.
Yeah, so Vankel came up, pulled up, was gonna pretty much rock Yoker and whatever Caliban's like army was, but then the administrator actually sent them to one of the things that I love. Cause I'm a Karaka stan, can't lie, right? I love Karaka. So Karaka's heart, where his place was, and his minions were all around the heart. And anytime he's in danger,
they know.
It would like open up the portal so he could always summon the goons at any given time. I was like, hold on, this is clean. Like you have goons on 911 call ready to pull up
through the heart
moment, and it's like it adds more mystery to him. His armor, his powers, his infinite lives. He like it's kind of like I was almost say almost Davy Jones-esque from Pirates of the Caribbean, where he put his heart in the chest, right? And even like kind of Paper Mario, like there's a character like Toa Blubbo where he's like the invincible, but what he did was he discarded his heart from his body, so his body was invincible. But when we weakened his heart and his heart reunited with his body, he was able to be damaged. So I'm like, did Karaka remove his heart in that way? Like there's so much mystery to that. So I loved it. So Karaka is my slayer.
I want to see what he looked like.
Yeah, I hope that. I mean, I heard that there was basically whatever the last couple of chapters we have coming up will be the last set because SIU actually finished season 2 apparently.
So it's done.
So what I heard, I can't remember if they told me we're gonna be done.
Because you know some stuff that you got. I heard some tweets. You know some stuff that I don't know. You got spoiled.
Yeah, but luckily that was last chapter. So I'm back in the unknown.
Okay.
I'm back in the unknown because I knew about the Jin Sung getting stabbed by Machete for 3 weeks before it happened. They spoiled some person just randomly in my comments was like, "Yeah, this happened." But I thought it was a troll.
Yeah, I hate them, bro. I hate when they do that.
And so I thought it was a troll, so I take it seriously. But one of my friends was like, "Yo, don't check your comments." And as soon as he said that, I'm like, "I know what he's fucking talking about." So I have to go and delete the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, though, Van Kel was hype, and she pulled up. I feel like she didn't disappoint.
I feel like this is a perfect place to end season 2, though. If this is where it's going, like, final chatters about, I don't know, whatever, get some final hype surprises, whatever, maybe them being labeled as fugitives or something. But damn, a 3 or 4 month break, though? I hope that's not true for this. I hope it's a shorter break in between part 2 and 3 than it was from part 1 and 2.
Yeah. The only reason, so from my understanding, I don't know if they told me it's gonna go up until March, or after we're done, it comes back in March. I can't remember what they told me. It's in a comment somewhere. I'm tired. I don't remember, but we might have a little bit of a hiatus. I mean, I don't mind it too much. He needs a break. He's like always talking about how he's dying in his blogs and his wrist hurts. Like, all right, go on vacation and get a pina colada, chill on the beach, relax,
get a couple chicks out there.
I do what you gotta do. Like, take a little break, and then
if they come back in March, that wouldn't be bad. I feel like every time we're in a new year, I feel like the new year doesn't really get popping until March. Like, okay, we finally settled into the new year. Like January, February is kind of new and shit.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cool. But what I really hope for is that we have an epilogue the same way we had for season 1. Because season 1 we had the epilogue where after Rachel pushed him, we went back to the first floor, where Bam entered the tower and Rachel watched him pass the mission. And I was always wondering, like, if season 2 is really supposed to be about Return of the Prince of the Red Light District, Wagnan, I was hoping the epilogue would relate to him and or Karaka in some sense, whether it's a flashback to him in the Red Light District, something new, him getting the ring back from Rachel and showing Karaka and have like a conversation, like anything of that sort is what I wanted the epilogue to be. So I hope you get something like that, because that'll be dope.
I hope part 3 we get the characters back from part 1.
Thank you. That's all I need.
Yeah, like I don't think we should leave the characters from part 2 either. I just think that we should be like a complete team or whatever. Like everybody just comes back.
I need a knack. Lore.
It was raw, bro.
AKA Young Sleep. I need Ship Lisu. I need all of them back, man.
Because it's been too long. We need the whole team back together. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna end with either Kun coming back, like waking up or something, because we still got to fix that or whatever. And then but it's been the best year. The only me, I got Tower. If we counting everything, Tower God #1 and Black Clover #2. If we only counting Japanese, then it's Black Clover for me.
For everything like that you read, said, because even if I add comics, it's still Tower God, so it doesn't really matter for me. So kind of we get to the last station. And White, how do you feel when White stepped off the train and he was in his complete form finally? Like all the souls were absorbed, all the siblings were in one.
I don't know because I don't know because I know everybody was really hyped for White and he's always been, like he's supposed to be super strong or whatever. I don't know, but I never liked his character. Not that his character was bad. It's just like he didn't appeal to me. I don't like them I don't know how to say it. I don't like them Orochimaru type characters. Like just like the vibe. Not saying he's like I don't know. It just seemed like they like a snakish, weird. But it was dope to see him see that attack that he it was dope to see how everybody got super afraid of him when he unleashed that power for a second.
He bodied 3 rankers in 1 chapter.
Yeah. So that was dope. You know what I'm saying? I do want to see. I feel like eventually he's probably gonna end up being on Bam's side.
I hate that though.
Yeah, but it seems like that's where it's going because I don't see him more. I'm starting to see him less and less as an enemy.
I feel that though. Yeah.
So I don't know.
I feel like at first he did a great job kind of showing the discrepancies just because I remember the Hell Train. Initially, it took 3 rankers to stop it from moving. And White was like, nah, go. Fuck. And Dorian Frog, who was a higher ranker, stopped it by himself. Right? So it's like, okay, so basically, in a sense, you could almost be like 3 rankers make up a higher ranker, kind of, right? So I kind of like that. I feel like he was keeping that power scaling really well in check, and White was like, White Doom Magnolia slash the longest attack name I swear I got out in this series, and he was just going off, clapping at everybody. And Xian He, one of the characters I like a lot of those introduced, he protected Dorian from getting fucking bodied.
Yeah,
and said that his attack was on the level of the squadron commander, which would be Caliban.
Yeah.
So that always threw me off, like in the recent chapters, because I'm like, okay, so does that mean like that doesn't really make sense considering like Yuri bodied her Sylphide with a punch, unless she's never seen Caliban use the essence of bravery, because then I think that's a different story. Because even one of the people who were watching the fight, she's like, "Oh, you've never seen him get serious," and that's when Caliban used the essence of fucking nonsense, bravery, murder, whatever you want to call it, and he went to work. Like once he popped that VVS diamond, it was over. Like he went to work. He wasn't playing.
Or you think it's possible like they don't Tower God characters don't really have an accurate grasp of somebody's power? They just know like you're really weak or you're just really strong, but I can't like actually gauge it. You know what I mean?
I kind of feel it because even with like recognition, I find like a lot of characters don't recognize characters they should recognize, because your rank is based off influence, power, and recognition. So I feel like if you see a wreck, you should be like, "Oh fuck, no, I ain't find it." You shouldn't have to be like, "Is this the wreck?" Like no, like if influence is and recognition is part of it, you should see him and be like, "Fuck that, nah." I'm not fighting it. So maybe when it comes to like gauging some powers, it depends on who you are. Because like I feel like Caliban was one of the few people who's like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely a regular Jaha once that." He just pulled up and like, "It's you." Like he didn't need no one to tell him. He did nothing. He's like, "It's you." Like everyone else was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it, regulars." Like no, they're also shocked, so shocked.
Yeah,
and Caliban was like, "Nah, I know what it is. I got it." So it's like maybe it just depends on the person.
Yeah, or maybe like how powerful they are. Because like maybe he was more powerful. He could tell it, but they was like they couldn't. But I don't. But I mean, I don't know, man. This is I mean, this arc right here, it was hype, bro. I mean, this I probably put it as the same level as the mirror floor, maybe a little bit better because it's like we got a lot more action, I think, than the mirror floor, the mirror, or why can you call it mirror? The hidden floor. Yeah. I like the story in the hidden floor, and we got some dope action at the end and set up perfectly to this arc. But just from the moment where Machini pulled up on Ginseng Ha with the
sneak.
Yeah, all the way till now, it's just been nonstop, just reveal of strong characters and fights and you know, new powers,
crazy techniques. Oh, that reminds me because we gotta talk about the biggest fraud in the Tower.
Who?
Levi.
Levi's
a fraud, yo.
I know that name. Who are we talking about?
We call him the Scantron merchant, the guy who be like the question mark curse. He asks you a question, you don't answer it, you get clapped. Talk about I could have been like no, I know rank. Shut up, nigga. You got pressed by rock throw.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, he do things. Ever since he said that, he has been seen like shaky. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, because like I'm thinking like, yo, not to disrespect Rack, he's that dude, but he's still getting accustomed to these powers, and all he did was really throw rocks at you, and you got pressed.
Yeah, like you lean in. If you're supposed to be a ranker, you leaning too much on that one ability.
Because like, all right, like I thought the idea was pretty much that. I get it. All right, he's supposed to be somebody who could have already been a ranker because the people he originally climbed with are already rankers, but he stays back as a D-class rank regular to deal with other powerful regulars. So I'm thinking, okay, his power is at least gonna be almost comparable. Like you ain't no fucking ranker, dog. Like you are the he bamboozled so many of us because I was like, I don't know if you're raw. And then I see his question mark curse. I'm like, nah, you're raw. And then even when Bam kind of faced off of that against him, he had the Blizzard curse that makes you commit suicide or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The teleportation with the Asian hair. I'm like, holy crap, these curses are crazy,
bro.
Yeah, and then Rack was like, bruh, I won't negotiate. And he just started throwing rocks at him. He's like, what do I do? I'm like, what do you do? You're pressed by some rocks.
Yeah.
You're
And Rack is throwing rocks too. It's like, I mean, I love, shout out to Rack, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect to Rack, but like I used to like, is this like the equivalent of like you just like throw a rock, like you could teleport. So like one Rack kind of teleport, like trap you in the thing. I'm like, can't you just pop out of it? Like, why are you like? I'll do the curse. I'm like, yo, this guy can't be serious. You're fraud.
Yeah, it got to be some.
Oh, and Sharon.
Who?
Sharon. She was Sharon Ari Bright was the first Ari family member we actually fully saw, like with the needles and stuff. Remember, you're talking about how they don't like war, so they stop a lot of conflicts. And she actually was the one who broke Van Kel's like little lightsaber shit. The little girl with the
Oh, I was thinking about her earlier.
Yeah,
I was thinking about how I wanted to see more characters like that. She was dope. She was, and they were saying how she got potential and shit. Like really, I want, but like. Are we gonna get to see, like, I hate when series bring in characters like that, but the story doesn't have time to allow to explore characters like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like, cause she caught my interest for some reason, like really did, like when she came in.
She caught, well, first of all, I'm like, oh wow, like finally, like Ari family member, like, well, okay, if I'm understanding, it's Arie Han is the swordman family. It's White's dad, like that's his family, you know.
Yeah.
Two swords, and Arie Han.
Yeah.
Because it's very similar. That's the one they use needles. So they're supposed to be like similar but different. But it was really seeing her. I feel like she put up a pretty decent fight against Van Kel for how powerful Van Kel. Like Van Kel was one of the characters that they didn't move. Just like blocked K or whatever his name was. Then it was just like, yo, power of an ancient, partial release of an ancient beast.
That shit was crazy.
Fire. I'm like, yo,
that shit was crazy.
Family. Like,
yeah, she different. Yeah, that's perfect. Because that was like, what? Like she channeling, like, was it like is it an administrator or an ancient? What was it?
I think it was a partial release power of the ancient beast or something like that, and it was this big fire elephant geisha thing. What, not Ganesh, whatever it was called. I can't remember. But I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? Like, it's literally melting people from so far away and the ships, and they're like, ah, and she's like, shut up.
Yeah,
like, bro, you're melting them. They're getting burned alive. What do you mean, shut up? Like, and she's an orb too, like a bam, like it's a burning orb. And when Rax saw the fire, that's when he's like, it feels familiar, and that's when he started using rock throw. So,
and then we start thinking maybe he could use other elements too, and some shit like that.
I hope he could kind of learn it later, maybe, or transition to it, learn some more qualities. Because I'm just ready for Rack to tee up and stop being a lovable idiot and be a formidable opponent for anybody now. You know,
facts. That's true.
Yeah.
What else you got?
What happened after that? I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't know, Epaltheon. I don't like Epaltheon. How do you? We'll end up with this. How do you feel about the character of Caliban? Like, how do you feel about him?
Oh, I like Caliban. Like, I like him more, especially when it seems like I like the characters who like are strong and shit, and then like, and then you know, I like the fight with Jin Sung Ha, and how, you know, he was like, I respect this guy or whatever, and it's like he's trying to learn more, like he's trying to have I like the character, like basically what I'm saying, I like the characters that they don't know themselves, and they're trying to understand why other people do the things that they do because they do because it's trash. They do this I forgot what I was gonna say, but I like how they wonder why other people do the things that they do or why they doing it, because it doesn't make sense, and they're trying to figure it out. And in the process, they learn something about themselves and a new purpose for themselves and shit. Because it seems like that's what he's going through, and he wants to like that chat. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants Bam to show him why Jin Sung Ha died for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he respected him a lot.
He had so much respect for him despite having to take him out. I think that's the one thing about it that I really liked, was like, there was respect for it. Like, yeah, I had to take him out, whatever the case may be. But it was like, bro, I have the utmost respect for this guy. Yeah. He watched me when I was younger. He was the one that encouraged me to go and take the fucking essence of bravery, which I want to speak on, just because like, go ahead. It's because I think it's one of our funniest streams we were just talking about. Because we're like, all right, so like, bravery to me is very similar to courage. Where to me it's like Luffy is the kind of character where I would say he's fearless. I'm not to say he's devoid. Yeah, like he's too stupid to really grasp the concept of fear, kind of like Goku, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, courage or bravery is Usopp, to be scared, but to overcome it because you need to do something or whatever, this, that, or the other, right? That to me is bravery, right? So when Caliban's explaining the essence of bravery and its origins, and they're showing this random dude, and it's like he's just killing people, fighting in wars, and he used to fight until the blood overflows. And I'm like, what the fuck's that with bravery?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The explanation, I remember that too. The explanation in the name kind of didn't match up.
Yeah,
like I don't know if that meant like he was brave because he kept facing death time and time again or something. But it didn't really, bravery, like Courage the Cowardly Dog, that's bravery, you know what I'm saying? Like he's scared out of his mind, but he still goes do stupid shit to save people. Like
I heard one of the translations was supposed to be essence of fighting. I'm like, that makes way more. It doesn't sound as cool.
Yeah, it don't sound as cool as this because essence of bravery sounds wrong.
It sounds like an item you get in a game, like the end game, and like it'll give you some crazy OD stats. Like, okay, you're good, right? Yeah. So when I first heard that, I was so intrigued, but I was like, but one day he was tired of fighting and he's choking the fuck out of somebody and he's looking into the panel like he was going to kill you, the reader. I'm like, he don't look tired of fighting. So we were just going there like, bro, essence some murder, essence some war, essence some nonsense, like what? And then he's like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna just turn myself into a crystal. And then I was like, what?
That was when you explain it like that, it is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. I just gotta let that go, like the crystal part, because when they said that he just turned into a crystal, I was like, wait, so when he got the crystal, did he see the man inside? Like, I don't know. I just let it go.
I'm not mad at it in the sense where it's like I think it's nonsense. It's just like it threw me for a loop because it's like, okay, well, I guess okay, like, and then he encased himself and became a crystal, and I was like, what? He just became a crystal. It's one of those things where like people like, how can Caliban have a hole in his stomach? I'm like, bro, you seen some crazy shit, and you know that Shinsuke with like Enryu can possibly create life. Like, I'm pretty sure like him having a hole in his stomach is crazy, but with what Shinsuke can do and the essence of bravery, like it's not that far fetched to me that he could still be alive. So it didn't bother me, but like that's one of those things that will just take somebody like, wait a minute, he had a whole ass hole in the stomach. How is he good? Some people were not fucking with that at all.
Well, because I feel him a bit because it's so much hype stuff going on that I'm not really bothered by it right now. But that is an elephant in the room. Like, first I'm like, okay, maybe it's not really a hole. Maybe it's just drawn weird. I don't know. But it's kind of weird. That's a big hole, right? It's not like a Luffy Katakuri spear type hole on the side. That's like right in dead center in the middle where all your organs should be whole. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, man. But you know, like backstory aside, because I hate that they introduced like this random guy had the essence of bravery. I'm like, when it comes to things like lore and whatnot, if it's not completely relevant to what's going to be happening currently, don't tell me. Like, who's that guy? Is he important? If he's not important, there's no reason to bring him up. You could come up with something else. The essence of bravery was just some shit you guys been guarding for years, and they give you powers. Like, you didn't have to do that. So it's like, if that guy, the crystal, is not important, why the fuck was he? Why did you bring him up? I just had issues with that backstory itself. But Caliban is alright. I don't have a really issue. He didn't come across the way I thought he was going to be based off his initial introduction. He was kind of playing the piano. He's playing Beethoven or some classical music. And people are like, I thought he was make a conduction of murder. Kind of like, I kind of think people kind of imagine him being like Corollo in the York New Arc, kind of conducting like a massacre in the town kind of thing. That's kind of how I saw him. He's that way. He's an ape. But I don't like him. I like Caliban. He's cool. He's alright. He's good in my books. I think in hindsight, I have to like look back and be like, definitely maybe not stronger than Jin Sung-ha based on the blog post and what's happening. He's still alive. It's one of those things where he kind of got the jump on him. Jin Sung-ha never really got a chance to show what he could really do as a technician.
No, bro. They were fighting.
But I feel like the moment Caliban was like, I'm going to get serious, he just pressed him the rest of the way. It was just like a rush down. It wasn't that like...
I don't know, but you got to think about it though, because Hog kept saying he cannot let this guy get to where Bam is. So I can't think that he was holding back because he was like, I really can't. So you know what I'm saying? So then he was at a moment like, I'm sorry, Bam. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't say. I think they would at very least they on the same level.
I actually think Jin Sung is stronger. But I was trying to say was like, it's one of those things where it's like, let's say me and you're playing a fighting game, right? And you practice you have all these combos and all this secret tech and all these solid.
I never will ever. I'm never that guy. Just by the way, I'm never that guy. I just mash buttons.
but because of like the way I'm playing or what I'm doing, you never get a chance to showcase that.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not good at the game. You're still good. You still have the solid mechanics. It's like I think Jin Sung has the technician techniques and Ha family martial arts and all that stuff. But it's just that when he got hit with that first transcendental skill and he's like, my arm is fucked. He took too long to really get a chance to actually bust out some really good martial arts. So it was like he took such a strong hit or attack so early, he never got a proper chance to fully display. But then we saw him with the Tiger Dragon Gate. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was fire.
The reverse flow control that froze him and Machete
in that situation too.
Yeah, so it was like I still felt okay. Yeah, you got the showcase that I kind of expected from you, like you that nigga. But at one point, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think you went like a G. He took your arms.
Yeah, he did.
You got stabbed in the back. I was like, I don't know. This is not the way to go out, sir.
I think they did fight again, though, he would win. I don't know if they will fight again, but if they did,
I agree with that. I think Jin Sung would win if he fought again because this time he would be prepared. I don't think he was complete. I think the one thing he was not ready for was Caliban being a hard check to literally the Ha family because of his physicality and being able to take hits.
Yeah, because he kept saying you're not that strong, you know what I'm saying. But he
kept talking about my body. He must have said my body is so sturdy or hard like 6 times in the series.
Yeah, like come on, bro.
I get it. You're like, like you headbutted the elbow. I got it. Like you different, but
that was fine too.
And then to pretty much wrap it all up, we kind of get to some of the very current stuff. We kind of get like Bam and Dorsey pretty much succeeded in saving everybody except Miss Sleep, Irure, but Deathbird, one of Karaka's niggas, he brought her, and Bam reunites with the Black. I love this part because it's almost like season 1 beginning when he meets Yuri, coming full circle, giving the Black March remembering who he is, this and that and the other. The conversation, how do you like him? How you feel about having Black March, and do you want him to keep it?
Yeah, I do. Him having a Black March, I have no problem with it. I think that I feel like he was always destined to have it since the very start. When I feel like the dude, I forgot his name, the dude that was the very first dude on the floor test.
Oh, like Hadon, like the guy who let you in the tower and stuff.
Yeah, because I think when he suggested, he was like, "Why don't you?" He was like, if you give him that the Black March." It was like he knew something. Like I think Head-On knows a lot about Bam and what's going on and his connections or whatever. So he was trying to, speed things. I don't know, whatever. So I think it was kind of like destiny with the Black March thing. And I do want him. I feel like he should keep it because I don't want to go with this like, okay, then the next time he gets it again. Like I want him to, but if he keeps it though, that's a lot of if somebody has a Black March that's not a weapon merchant. Yeah. Well, not even that, just like the impact that I have on a tower, like everybody knowing that somebody that is not a Jihad princess has an addiction weapon that's only for Jihad princesses.
Okay, so one of the 13 months, that makes sense. And that's apparently against it too, against the Jihad Empire. So it's one of those things where like we know the 13-month series and the 2 rings from Karaka and Wagner are the key to getting past the 134th floor. So some people, I guess, are speculating that if Bam could collect all of them for whatever reason, he becomes the key to get past the next floor. Like he literally becomes the key. So I don't know. It's a matter of that. I like him having the Black March. I think he should keep it because it doesn't ignite for Yuri. It isn't like Yuri. So at this point, like you said, for Yuri, it's an ornament. Just keep the Green April. Try to win your bet.
I don't get the Green April too pretty soon.
Yeah, but like keep the Green April, I'd say, and if you can win your like whatever bet you have with Machete, when you like tying back to some stuff with Yuri, I think is really cool. Like if you can win that, get the Yellow May, whatever, do what you got to do. But like the bet they made tying up to her with the Jin Sung stuff, and then remember she talking to her mom as a kid, her great grandma, like how you're in, like I'll change how the tower perceived Jihad princesses. Her talking to Cheon Hee about that stuff and how she wants to change the tower and this and that. I'm like, that was such a great. I feel like Yuri has, to me, the most cool moments in the series. I don't know if you feel that way.
How would you feel if she died and passed that dream on to Dorsey?
I cry. No, I'd be sad. Like Yuri's one of my favorite characters for sure, and I always like the joke Karaka's gonna kill her. So Karaka, but I'm not in the Dorsey stand. So
I love the Dorsey, bro. When Dorsey gets so much love.
It's like if she passed out to someone else, I don't know, but like if it was her, I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with it. I get it. It's fine. I wouldn't be like, I can't believe this. But I'll be like, come on, like like Yuri has such a lot of cool moments. I feel like if she went out now, I don't know if I don't think I'd be too mad, but I would like to see a proper display of her full capabilities. But she's from washing Pedro, one of Karaka's like minions on the Hell Train, Ranker, to what she did back in the last examination, to fucking Karaka every time they meet, to Chian Hee. Like I feel like she's had such such an impressive display. Like she just done a lot of cool shit. I think like when Yuri's on screen, she ignited 2 weapons, and obviously the Ghost of the 13-month series took her over, which did it. But I just feel like when I think about characters with hype moments in the series, Yuri comes to my mind first. And I might say maybe Yurek. I don't know. Yurek has some cool ones, but like Yuri had the most of the like Nuclear Punch or like Ha Family, the Hadouken, like all that stuff was just crazy. Like she has a lot of cool moments, and then I really like what she said, like up to like Chian Hee before she pulled up on Caliban to kind of stop him, and then seeing Bam ignite the 2 thorns. So like I see one of my Discord people on Discord. I seen KB like he can't take the Bam stuff right now. He can't handle it. Some people just can't take it right now. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of more people vocalize like their frustrations with him because he's like I can't believe you with the Caliban. And I guess what my friends were kind of telling him was like it's not that far fetched considering he did that to Urek when he was a lot weaker. So like I didn't go, I can't believe that happened. I'm like, that's about right. Show off that he has potential, but don't let him do anything that's ridiculous. Plus, he really just added on to a wound that was already there that Calvin didn't even feel. But I'm like, if he already scratched Urek, like Caliban is how many levels under him? It's like, and he's Bam is this much stronger. So to me, it wasn't as far fetched as a lot of people made it out to see him. I was okay with it, and I kind of saw it coming. Like he's gonna do something to be like, okay, I can't believe he did this, but like obviously you're not ready for this stage because Caliban different. Caliban.
Well, I don't know because I said that either Bam was going. I remember I said either Bam was going to beat Caliban right here, right now, or somebody was going to interrupt the fight and let him and force Bam to leave.
And then my Slayer came, Karaka.
Yeah, Karaka. And it was kind of dope to see. I think somebody else type it. Key, shout out Key.
Yeah,
it was dope to see that different side to Karaka. Even though it was for a different reason. Now he started to say that Tower God is so different because, like, hold on now, like Tower God in the first series to make bad characters have a different side to them and purpose. Like, oh, it's not gonna go that far with it. Like, it's not gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying? It's dope, but it's not original. Like, it's not the only one.
It was just nice because based on kind of the first time we see him in Jinsung talk, he's like, I want to take off my mask for people that I trust, so and so, this and that and the other. After you hear about his death, I remember Hansung Yu and Karaka were like, what? White, we didn't get a White reaction because White was probably around a lot longer, and I don't think White's teacher was Jinsung because remember, he taught them martial arts. So he's like, yo, you did what to my master? Like, nah, you didn't kill my, like, I was like, let's go. Like, he pulled up like, yo, you don't disrespect Jinsung's memory or whatever the case would be. Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, all right, this is the energy that I want from Karaka because like, that's my Slayer, man. So it was good. It was good. I mean, considering like I guess the last thing we talked about, like considering when it comes to Bam, we kind of spoke about it in your stream with me. People have already heard me say it. For me, it was just a longevity thing with his power ups and what it could do to the series. I brought Noblesse, One Punch Man, The Gamer, various webtoons were like
The Gamer. I think people was telling me. Oh no, I don't know. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like when it comes to a point where like the main character becomes a little bit too overpowered to the point where they kind of show up and undercut a lot of tension, and then it just becomes like, oh yeah, Bam's here. Like we're like when you talk about the next arc, right? I don't want to get to that point because it's a little common in these current webtoons. And then 2 was the like power creep. So those are my 2 big. Like I said, for now, like the Black March, all this shit. Like I said, it was hype. I'm not even really mad at that right now. It's just like I feel like in the long run, if there is some limitation put on this, like he has to, like I almost feel like with this chapter was good because I thought he was gonna stack this on top of the Black March, but from what I could tell, it's almost like he had to not use the Black March because the black horns are not there. It turned into the blue and the green one, the blue and the red one. Sorry, and then he had the 2 thorns ignited. So I'm like, is the Black March still in him? Like, can he use all of his powers together? So it was kind of like maybe he had to shuffle it. So it's kind of like if it works in that sense, where it's not like he can just keep stacking them. At least now, that'd be interesting. If maybe it's too much for his body now, which it seems to be the case because he's huffing and puffing quick.
Yeah, he was exhausted at that first attack.
Like I'm okay with these. Like these are the kind of limitations you kind of want to put on it. And then someone had brought up that something he does, but he actually goes so far he loses his ability to actually use a bunch of shit. I don't know if I want to go that far where he has to go back and relearn shit. I don't know.
I feel like that's what the state he's in right now.
You think so?
Yeah, I think like from the start of the series, I feel like he's at a state where he lost everything and now he's relearning it. Like that's kind of what he's doing. It's not confirmed.
Okay, I got what you're saying. All right, but yeah, man. I mean,
outlook of 2019 for Tower God. What you want to see?
Shit. Like you said, I want to see some of my old cast. For the next arc, I don't know where we're going, but if you could just get, if you want to touch on the Jihad Princess War, if you want.
Y'all really hyped about that. Y'all really hyped about that.
For me, especially because of Anak, because Anak is having such a big role in that with her mom and what happened to her mom being killed by the Jihad Empire and the Lobo BRN, all that stuff. Because like Anak is my favorite characters and how much hatred she has for the Empire, even other Jihad princesses. Even though she's like a demi princess, so I feel like she's gonna have such a big role to play that arc. I feel even in Darcy too. So like, that'll be hype.
I feel like that'll be. I mean, that'll be dope, of course. Jihad, the arc around the Jihad princesses and them fighting because it's been set up saying it like it's like the whole point of it is for like what they're supposed to fight. They're supposed to fight each other and kill it. And he just wants them to fight each other and kill each other. Like that's what Jihad really wants them to do. He don't really want to marry them.
There's so many ways to interpret it, but a lot. I think what do they call it? They called it like the shoes in like his like suitcase, closet, but you couldn't really wear them, something like that. I can't remember the exact quote, but yeah.
Yeah, but let's like just to entertain that. I think right now Yuri's side would lose because the only people I can see on Yuri's side would be Yuri and Dorsey and Anak. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, like that's for sure. Like they're not with the Empire. Yeah, so you're right because like every other princess we've seen for as far as we know are loyal to like their duties.
Yeah, but I think it would be fire because I mean they would have to get help from like Bam and all that. But I don't know if y'all just wanted to strictly be just the Jihad princesses. But I can't imagine, especially with Jihad princesses, Bam would have to be involved somehow, some way.
Yeah, but it's more so in a lot of ways just to learn more about the process, this conception, more princesses. Some more notable ones, maybe some more backstory, maybe learn more about the because we don't know Endorsi's real name and how she became to be. We know she devoured like there's so much we could hop into with their individual storylines and motivations and reasons for becoming a Jihad princess. Where I think it's a little too early. I'm not gonna lie for season 3, maybe end of season 3, but like that's what I'm excited for if I can get that. And I would like to just know, just let me know where Enryu is. If I can't get Enryu, give me Arlene. Just where she at? Like a panel, like a glance, something. Give me something. Just a little snippet, like where she at? Like I want to know what she doing.
Well, I feel like if it's only 4 parts, I feel like part 3 has to have a lot of information coming. Mm-hmm. If it's only 4 parts, so
yeah, I don't know what's gonna be doing with it. But I mean, favorite. Let's do this last thing. Favorite new character introduced in this year?
Probably Sharon.
Yeah,
I like her. Her.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, if I'm not trolling if I'm not trying by saying like the guy in the penis in the suit with the power pole or water jelly, I'll actually go with Chian Hee. I like her a lot, especially when the second last chapter I think it was, where it's like I feel like it wasn't pure jealousy. She took some pride in Yuri being a Jihad princess. Like, yo, hide here. They don't see you. This and that and the other. And Yuri's like, nah, I'm not gonna hide. Like I feel like she took pride in that in a sense, and seeing the contrast with them when she was trading her as an A rank. Now like they're both high rankers. Like I liked her a lot. I can't lie. She was cool. Favorite moment of the year? Probably the orders. But if I had to go outside the orders, probably be probably the Cosmo. I really like that movie. Or no, I don't know. Or maybe Jihad showing up. I don't know. There's a lot to choose from. There's a lot to choose from because that Invecale moment was dope. The them pulling up on Jinsan Ha and he was looking like a badass fighting him. That was dope. It's a lot, but I'd probably say if not the orders, it'd probably be Jihad showing up at the end of the hidden floor. I think like that one, that chapter was like I was like what? Like, yeah. Like that was like, I don't know, a Yonko level like reveal. But I would say learning about Shinsu quality, I love that part. If not, I'll go with that. The orders were crazy though, don't be wrong, but like last thing, technique. What's the, like, if you can remember, I guess you gotta say Cosmos.
Yeah, the Cosmos.
I'm actually gonna go with the White Noise. White Noise really like.
I really love that White Noise thing. It's like, to me, it's like a what, the solar flare. Shit. Like, that's what White Noise is.
I got, because of how I feel how deep Shinsu is, I got tired of the fucking beams. So everything was just a beam, or a beam with a elemental filter, a fire beam, a ice beam, a water beam. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
So when you like White Noise and like I robbed you of your sight, so I'm like, all right, thank you. Like something. Like, thank you. Like I was getting tired of the beams. That's why it stuck out to me. But you're right. Like it's really like okay, you took his sight. Like not the greatest technique ever. Like we've seen it before in some other things, but I'm just like,
I think I like the name too. White Noise. It's kind of like y'all like it. Y'all like everything about it. Yeah, it's cool though. It's cool.
Yeah, man. But good year for Tower God.
Great year.
Yeah, you're right. Phenomenal year for Tower God. Hopefully 2019 is as good, if not better. Hope SIU gets a good break, comes back strong with season 3, and when it pops off. Any last words you got to say?
Man, to all the people that is mad that I'm in this video, I'm sorry, bro. I'm here. you know, there's gonna be some people that almost don't want to watch this video because I'm in it. They're like, I want to hear you talk. Yeah, but nah, man, it was fun though. It's dope. Me and him is, I don't know. I feel like we first started streaming together this year, right?
Yeah.
So it's dope to see where you came from, like the start of the year to like where you at now, and where you taking Tower of God specifically. Because like I know I was doing reactions to Tower of God like 2017, but then I got off of it. And so to see that you come in and stick with it and make discussions about it and make it like your foundation, you know what I'm saying, for, and see it grow. I think that's really dope. And more people should do that with other series. Like we shouldn't just like attach to one piece because you know what I'm saying, if we love a series and we got friends that love it, let's talk about it, and people will find us eventually and it'll grow. So that's dope. Shout out to you.
I appreciate it. I mean, I'll do my best. I'll do my best. That's why I want people to do certain things. Like I have people like, I love this manga. I'm like, bro, like start it up, talk about it, make it a community. Like you could be the guy who people come to for this series, So, because one of my friends, he's doing, but he wants to do for something called Golden Kamui. I love that series too. I'm like, bro, you could be the guy. Like it's ongoing. That's an anime. Like it's not like you could do it, but you just helped them out here.
I read the first 10 chapters of that, but it's good. I just never went back to it. I don't really like monthly series, bro. Because like it have to wait so long.
It's not monthly.
Yeah, it's a monthly.
I don't even know.
From what I remember, it's monthly.
But it's good though. But
it's good. It's good.
At minimum, 9 out of 10 year for Tower God for me. Minimum. I don't know if it's a 10. It's close though.
It's close, yeah.
But I said at worst, it's a 9.
Yeah, it was great, enjoyable. Yeah, it don't like it's stopping anytime soon.
Nope. But thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna be out. You're